Thank you for joining us this morning. As you can see outside, it's still pretty dark. We're trying to get an early start this morning. Headed down south today for a little while. We raise and train cutting horses at our ranch, and I'm going down to visit one of our outside trainers this morning who has a couple of our horses. Check on those horses and see how they're doing. And also I've got a couple already saddled and loaded in my trailer in the back that I've been training. I'm gonna take them down there and work them at a different facility on some good fresh cattle and see what we can get done. Then this afternoon we've got a few yearlings to go gather and to work and move them to a little wheat field. So if you have the time, come along with us. We sure would enjoy your company, and I appreciate you joining us. Okay, so I want to show all of our viewers a tip to public relations. And yeah, I get to go see these guys, these outside trainers that we have, once a month or once every 2 months. But I'll tell you, the secret to public relations is sitting right here next to me. I just made a little pit stop on the way down this morning, and you'll get to see what that is. You know what? Everybody loves a donut every now and then. If you love donuts, leave me a comment down there and tell me what kind of donuts you like. Looks like here I got about a half dozen glazed and about a half dozen chocolate. You know, they always say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, it sure works that way with PR too. That's just a little tip from an old cowboy. Well, as you can see, it's a little more daylight now. A few hours later, and we have our couple of horses ridden and got to watch a lot of horses there at our trainer's arena, and got to see a couple of horses work, one of our show horses work and one of our futurity hopefuls for 2019. It's been a good day. All four of those horses worked really well, the two that I brought and the two that our trainer's riding. So get back on the road and head back over towards headquarters. Good little jaunt back over there, and we will load up a couple of using horses. Actually, I'm going to take a horse that we hope to show this year, and Rain Cow Horse. Use him today to help us gather some of those yearlings that we're gonna move pastures on and work. Well, here we go again. Loaded up after a little lunch break. Got us a couple of horses in the trailer. Headed back over to our east place to gather some yearlings out of a native pasture over there. Gonna get them vaccinated and then move them over to some wheat fields on the north end of our north of our headquarters ranch. And just spending a lot of truck time. Last few days have been a lot of truck time, which sometimes that happens when you're hauling cattle and moving stuff from one place to the other. But gives you a lot of time to reflect and thank God for all the good things you have, and for the time to sit down and rest in the truck as you drive, and also let you get to see a little country. We see this same country a lot, but boy, it sure is nice. If you can look at this country and don't believe in God, then I don't know what to think. He's sure done some amazing, beautiful things out here. Well, hang out with us. We're going to be there to gather those cattle here shortly. Got these yearlings up here to the pen. We're gonna vaccinate and worm these. Ward's got the wormer over there. I've got a vaccine here. And we're gonna take these to wheat. Try to get a few pounds on them over the next 2 or 3 months. And then these are going to a feed yard up in the Panhandle. Here we are again, loaded up and rolling down the road. Got those calves worked and loaded. Headed back to the wheat field, unload these dudes. See how much weight they gain over the next 2 or 3 months. Then it's back to HQ and get our horses unsaddled and cleaned up, get all the horses fed and stalls clean. That should be about the end of the day, and man, has it felt like a whirlwind today. You ever feel that way in your job? Well, let me tell you, it's a good thing, because we're getting stuff done, taking care of our animals the way we're supposed to. And sometimes it feels like it is a whirlwind, spinning and spinning. We'll be at the wheat field shortly. I'll show you these calves getting out. Here we are. Put these calves in the trailer. See if we can let them out. This good green wheat. As you can tell, they're pretty excited about it. Go and gain lots of weight, kiddos. We would appreciate it. As I said on the last video, cleaning out the trailers just about every time you haul something. Same old, same old. It's getting close to the end of another good day. It's been a long day. It's been, as I said earlier, kind of a whirlwind. But let me tell you, it's been a good one. Got everything done that we needed to do. As I was going through the thoughts of the day, I thought about going and checking those horses with our trainer. Taking the couple of horses up there that I'm riding to help them get better, maybe for me to learn something and that I can help my horses with. Then when we went and gathered those yearlings, taking it easy on them and moving them at their pace, getting them up there to the pens and taking care of them and not being too rough on them, vaccinating them in a way that's easy on them. It's up to all the guidelines of the industry. I just sat here and thought about a scripture. It's Proverbs 12:10 that says, "The righteous man cares for the needs of his animals. And the blessed mercies of the wicked are cruel. And as I thought about that, the only way man can be righteous is through the saving grace of Jesus Christ. And I'll tell you, if he's willing to give his life and to die on the cross so that I can spend eternity with him and then raise again on the third day to conquer my sin, and all that's free, then the least I can do, being a righteous man, only because of Jesus, is take care of my animals. Feeding them and watering them and vaccinating them, taking care of them. You say, well, it's a business. Yeah, you know it is, but I also have my way of life is that business. And I want my life to represent the man who made all this possible, who is Jesus. And I'll tell you, if I can't begin to take care of my horses and cows and dogs and whatever animals I come in contact with, then how in the world can I care about my neighbor? How can I put them as high as I put myself? And you know, I've come to the conclusion that working with animals sure makes working with people a lot easier. Gives me a lot of patience. And Lord knows I need that. You could ask my wife and kids that. Gives me a lot of clarity because I spend a lot of time talking to the Lord. And you know, days like today just remind me of that. Well, I hope you've had a great time today going with us, watching this video. And you know, if you did, if you would click on that bell and click a like, I would appreciate that. Also tell your friends that may be interested in Western lifestyle and horses and cows and cowboys and Jesus, or if they just want to hang out with Cowboy for a day, just have them look on our YouTube page also. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and finish here, and you can see what straw I drew. Finish cleaning up these stalls and get the day done. And I hope you've enjoyed another look at the way I live, the way many of us still live as cowboys in our way of life.